Welcome to the 5-Day Biz Fix.
Here's what you need to know about owning a bed and breakfast in New York City. They are really costly to operate. Every expenditure is higher here than the national average. Labor, utilities, taxes, you name it. But forget about raising room rates to stay ahead of these expenses. There's too much competition. In part because demand for short-term rentals is now booming. New York City is Airbnb's biggest domestic market, and its relatively recent success has had a material impact on the bottom lines of mid-level and luxury hotels. So how can a small B&B survive in an environment that constantly eats into profits? By maximizing every square inch of its property. That's how. Which brings us to AKWAABA Mansion, a beautiful B&B built in 1860. It's located in Brooklyn's Bed-Stuy neighborhood, a quick subway ride from Manhattan. Owner Monique Greenwood acquired AKWAABA 24 years ago.
Good morning, good morning.
She has 4 guest rooms, which go for $205 a night, and has a 70% occupancy rate, which is almost 30% above the national average.
That's fantastic.
AKWAABA's room rentals comprise most of its revenue, with 37% of it coming from ancillary business. Unfortunately, Monique's overhead in New York City is a tremendous burden. For example, labor comprises 90% of AKWAABA's operating costs. Nationally, that number is under 50%. And now Monique's neighbors are offering rooms in their homes for half her room rates. So she's getting squeezed on all sides.
Airbnb has been a disruptor for our industry. We know that we can improve our bottom line, but I'm limited in space.
Luckily, Monique has 2 non-rentable rooms on the 2nd floor that she hopes we can convert into a gift shop to help expand her retail operation. AKWAABA is barely profitable, and Monique needs a new strategy to grow her business. We can't wait to check out the mansion and see how we can help her out.
Beautiful.
That is a mansion.
This is insane. When we walked up to the mansion, we noticed how large the property is. There's tons of outdoor space.
Hold that thought. This is important.
Hey guys, how are you?
This place is gorgeous. So much of the interior is original and beautifully preserved.
This is the Ashante room.
Ooh, that's nice. Let's get you all relaxed, Erik, because you're
He's been relaxed the whole
about to
time.
do a lot of work here.
Right, exactly.
I could see why AKWAABA is such a popular place to stay.
Oh,
right.
You guys keep going. I'll be right here.
There is nothing else like it in New York City. Oh my gosh, each room is like more impressive than the next. And then we got to Monique's retail area. I can see why we have a problem. When we assess a small retailer, we ask ourselves 3 questions. Can we increase sales? Can we improve operations? And can we make the customer experience better? In this case, the answers to all 3 questions were, I'm not so sure.
I've had this little dinky gift shop over here. Most people don't even pay attention to it.
Okay.
I put it here
That?
because, that's that. I thought to put it here in the dining room initially because everybody comes here for breakfast.
Guests spend a lot of time here.
Yeah, but it's not a lot of space to really carry a lot of inventory.
To begin with, Monique is selling very little merchandise.
I don't want big stuff anyway because they can't really put it in their suitcase and go home.
Right.
And what she is offering is behind a glass case, which is a barrier to customers. Do the guests feel comfortable opening that and touching and feeling the products, or do they usually,
I didn't know if I wanted them to open it.
She's selling some really nice stuff, but I think her sales are less than they could be because she's displaying the product so poorly. If it's more accessible, the sale is easier.
I see this as more of a display.
I just didn't know how to expand here,
Yeah.
so I have another space that I thought we may be able to do something there.
All right, let's check it out.
All right.
Look at this wall paneling. They don't make anything like this anymore.
I just love the details.
I'm obsessed with everything here. The next thing we know, Monique is walking us up a long staircase, and my first impression is, I'm not going all the way up here to buy a coffee mug.
So this is kind of like a little guest annex,
Okay.
right? This was our kind of library computer room.
Okay.
We have this TV room here and no one uses this either. Could we knock this wall down that we can kind of make a guest lounge, but an expanded gift shop? Because I just need more space. And if they walk in, they go, this is a gift shop.
Right.
Then I think they'll buy more.
Right away, I could see the flaws in Monique's plan and knew we had to steer this in a different direction. This is kind of separate from the main living area downstairs. And if a customer has a question about the product, then they're like, oh, let me bring this downstairs. You might lose that sale because the sale has to happen pretty quickly.
I'm assuming this is a landmark building. This is gonna be permits for sure. This simple renovation is not that much, but it kind of adds to the cost because of the paperwork I have to do. New York City makes it very hard to alter landmark historic buildings. Even if we thought it'd be a good business idea to expand the gift shop, the time and cost would be astronomical.
I definitely don't want to put that kind of money into
Yeah.
it if you don't think I'm going to get that money back.
No,
Right.
I
I
don't
mean, the
think-
whole idea is like, I'm going to make money on selling this merchandise.
Right. So remember when I told you to hold that thought about the outside? I think there's an area on the AKWAABA property that is maybe more underutilized and could have even bigger revenue returns than what we could do in these rooms. Here comes my big game-changing idea. I marched Monique down the stairs, out the mansion, to that gold mine that she's been sitting on all these years. This is the moneymaker. Is there a hotel, an inn, or a B&B that has an outdoor space like this in New York City? Let me answer you, no. So do the guests use this space right now or not really?
No, never.
No. How big is this, do you know?
It looks like 4,000 square feet.
It's big.
To me.
I think that we can turn this into basically an extension of the interior living space. Living room area here. You're under this cool tree. Dining room here.
Oh, that's good
Which is
because it's
kinda
right off
cool.
of my kitchen.
Lights in the trees, make it really magical out here.
I love it.
I think we utilize this back space because it feels so private.
Right.
This, I think, is where we do, drum roll, glamping.
Glamping.
Who doesn't love glamping?
I want to do that. I've
Okay.
never done it before. I love that idea.